ladies. And the topic is about virtual meeting on agility in the face of adversity, a woman's perspective. Ms. Leslie Dumbrell, the Australian artist, a pioneer in Australian women's art movement in the 70s. We have Dr. Pachari Rupavichet, who's also an associate professor at Chiang Mai University. Susan Altman, Executive Manager and Director of Marketing at Ban Rimpa in Phuket. Special lady from Sydney, Jackie Douglas, President of SHMAI and Asia Pacific Academy in Sydney, Australia. And today will be facilitated by our own Sally O'Hara, Director of AustCham.
So you may be asking, what do an artist, a business strategist, a professor, and a marketing executive have in common? Well, all of them are highly successful in their respective careers, and all have achieved something special by really carving out a niche for themselves.
I'm going to start off by saying it's very ironic that I should be talking in this forum today, because if coronavirus hadn't happened, I would have been getting ready to go to the opening of a very important exhibition of my work in the National Gallery in Canberra.
A little bit about HSMAI. It's an association for sales and marketing executives in the hospitality industry, and it's more like a professional society. So we help individuals grow their career in the hospitality industry, which is a really tough industry to be in at the moment, you've got to say.
She's regarded as probably one of, if not the, I think, leading educator in the field of training techniques for the elderly.
Maybe because I'm single mom, I raised my daughter, but my family support. So I always good attitude, positive thinking. I always say to myself every morning after makeup already, oh, I'm okay, I'm smart. But don't compare myself to other people. But I learn from other people, senior and younger than me, to look at their biography, to read their success, and then appreciate and come back to consider about my situation or my capacity.
I suddenly found my niche. I loved advertising. I loved all of the different facets of it and the different areas. I went from television and radio into print media. I went to suburban newspapers, but my goal was not to work as in the offices and doing things. I wanted to get out and sell advertising, but that was a man's world. That was a man's job. They didn't really have too many women in those days selling advertising or doing any sales other than maybe in shops. On one day we'll say, I lived through COVID-19. And I survived. Thank you.
And that's probably an excellent place for us to finish. I'd like to thank all the ladies once again for your contribution today. It's really great to hear your stories. And I think some of the takeaways for me are you're all very modest and humble, but so successful. And we should all just be visible, just be in the room, fight for what's important for us, fight for equality, and find your niche. And when you find your niche and you love what you do, then everything flows from that. So that's what I scribbled down when I was listening to you all. Thank you.